Hey, what's up folks? Sil3ntX here, Confident Gamers, and if you haven't checked out 33 Immortals by Thunder Lotus Games, you know what? You might be missing out on a pretty decent co-op experience. If this one flew under your radar, honestly, don't beat yourself about it. I don't really think that they really put much hype around this game's release. I've been playing for about 4 days now, and I've put in, I'll say about 12 hours, and I just wanted to get on here, share my thoughts, my impressions, my review, I guess, however you take this. So let's go. Hey, what's up folks? Again, this is Confident Gamers, real gamers keep gaming. If you enjoy videos like this, do us a favor by hitting that like button. If you really want to support the channel, definitely subscribing to the channel really helps us. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when a new video drop, and of course sharing it out really helps our channel grow. So thank you so much in advance. Let's get on with this. So 33 Immortals was first announced during a Xbox game showcase, I think back in like June 2023. I remember seeing this game and really digging the art style. And then I remembered that we actually played and liked a game called Jotun back in 2016 that we played it on the Wii U. Even with that, honestly, 33 Immortals slipped away from my memory. It wasn't until I was sitting on the couch chilling, just wanting to play something fresh on our Series X. And usually when I get in that state, I'll open Game Pass, scroll through the offerings, and then I was like, wait a second, 33 Immortals? I remember that game. Wait, it's on Game Pass? And it's been released? Alright, come on, let's go. We're checking this game out. And so, here is the TLDR about 33 Immortals. It is a co-op action roguelike game for you and 32 other players. You play as a damned soul rebelling against God's final judgment. You will fight against various monsters and creatures. You will search for loot. You will find relics in mini dungeons called torture chambers. If you survive, you will then rally together with other rebels and fight an epic battle. And then again, if you survive that battle, those survivors, you'll take on the huge boss that has like multiple phases. You rinse, you repeat, you level up, and that's 33 Immortals in a nutshell. I figured I would capture a session and kind of show y'all, if you are interested, maybe it'll be one of those games that you add to your play library. Shoot, even better, if you have Game Pass, then this will be a great way to check out 33 Immortals. Now, know that it's currently available on the Epic Game Store, on PC, in the Xbox app, as well as on Xbox Series X and S, and of course, like I said before, it's on Game Pass. Another thing to know is that the game is currently in early access, and one of the things, with early access games, you might have bugs, you might have glitches, and so forth, but it's in early access. When you first start, there will be an intro and a mini tutorial led by Beatrice. So yes, if you recognize the name, there's also Virgil, there's Charon, and Dante. So basically characters from Dante's Inferno of the Divine Comedy. When you finally land in, you will be in the Dark Woods, which is a sort of hub world. Just remember that, I've been playing for a little bit of time, and my character here, its weapons has, I've been leveled up. It's been leveled up a bit. So when you start out, you won't have what I have. You will eventually get it if that's the route you take. Now, in 33 Immortals, you'll have daily quests for you to do, and once you complete them, you'll earn one of 3 currencies. Now, this purple crystal looking thing is the Eternal Shards. You will also have bones and dust, which they look like little purple dust. Yeah, and you'll see that in the gameplay. In the Dark Woods, you have various vendors and locations that kind of offer different types of items and upgrades. You have Chiron, which will get you like cosmetic skins for your cape, your halo, your pets, weapons, and emotes. You can unlock perks with Dante, and the amount of perks activated will kind of depend on reaching certain feat levels. Now, then, as you play, you can actually find them, and you can then upgrade the perks with necessary items. Now, Beatrice, she has all the challenges for you to complete in order to increase your feat levels. Now, some challenges revolve around defeating certain amount of enemies, to defeating certain types of enemies, to using particular weapons, to doing co-op actions with other players. Now, there's a book that will show you information about relics that you can actually find on the stages. You'll have a choice of selecting one of 4 weapons to use. You have the Bow of Hope. That's my favorite because that's all I've used, and I really like how it feels and everything like that. You have the Sword of Justice, the Daggers of Greed, and the Staff of Sloth. Most of all, there is a training area which is very useful, where you can learn about the mechanics of 33 Immortals. Now, right now, there's just one area available, but within that one area, there are 3 sections. Each will get you a reward after you've completed them. Then there is Virgil that holds and shares information about the dungeons and beasts and boss and other stuff. Importantly is the information about the boss. He gives you tips about different phases of that boss battle. Trust me, very, very, very useful. The one thing I do like here is the fact that I like that there's actually a daily quest board right outside of the Dark Woods before you go on, because that way you can always double check what's your challenge, what's your quest that you're trying to accomplish. Now, after all that, it's time to start your rebellion. Now, you'll have 3 levels. 2 are available right now, each with their own player cap and difficulty and reward. Now, the best place to grind and get your feet wet would be in Inferno, and that's where you're going to start off. Besides that, you'll need to beat Inferno in order to get a key to get to the next level, Purgatorio. I hope I'm saying that right. Basically, Purgatory. So, you are now in Inferno, and opening the map for the first time, it can be overwhelming. Just remember, it's an area that's made for 33 players. Now, you could, and I'll stress that, you could run off on your own, explore the map, but that's not the wisest thing to do. Enemies are beefy, especially if you're first starting out. There's a lot of them, and just staying with a group will definitely increase your chances of survival and success. Also, if you get downed and you're around other players, then they'll be able to actually revive you and help you kind of continue your rebellion. Now, the great thing is that every player collects their own loot. It's not shared, so there's not a chance of another player snatching up all your loot. I know that would drive me crazy. Another thing about running together is the chance of co-strikes and crit chances. Now, as you defeat the beasts, they'll drop purple dust, those dust things, again, one of the currencies, and that will then fill up one of your other meters that will allow you to kind of level up your attack, your health, or your empathy at various purple orb-like totem things throughout the map. So while fighting and exploring, you'll come across jars that you can break open and receive random items. Those can include bones, another currency, shards, which we've talked about, and sometimes you'll even get items that you can unlock with various vendors back in the Dark Woods. Another thing that you can come across are area chests. Those, when you open them up, again, you can get bones and shards, but even better, there's a possibility of getting relics as well as chest keys. Those are going to be coming really important to have. The highlight of the maps are these torture chambers. These need to be completed in order to trigger an ascension battle. Then, if that is successful, you and the survivors will go on to fight Lucifer. Something to say about the torture chambers, and you need to remember this, is that the torture chambers only allows 6 players to go in. Once 6 players are in there, it's locked. You can't go in there again. And you want to fight and finish these torture chambers because that's where you'll have access to 2 chests, each holding a relic of a random level. And again, these relics are very important. And the reason why they're very important is that they help buffering and enhancing your character's perks and abilities. And some relics might increase your attack power of your light and your heavy attack, or even reduce your damage, or increase your damage percentage when you're around other players. All of the relics are really helpful, and it's perfect because you're going to need them to prepare you for your final fight. Just also know that you can hold up to 8 relics in a session. Now, again, remember I talked about finding a key in those area chests? That key will help you open the second chest. So one chest you open, and then if you have a key, you can open the second chest, so you can potentially get 2 relics out of one torture chamber. Now, after enough torture chambers have been completed, the ascension battle will trigger. That's where you check your map and you hurry. You haul it to where that ascension battle is happening. You will not survive out in the world during these battles because the map, the world, starts to burn and encroach on those battles. And if you're caught, you will die. You cannot survive out there. You will burn and die, and that will be the end of your run. Now, essential battles are epic battles. At first glance, when you get there, it is all chaos and confusion. Your goal during these battles is to fight, and most of all, survive. Because after defeating all the enemies, you will earn your spot to fight in the final battle against Lucifer. You will choose Ascend, and then you will go on and get ready for the fight. Now, along with defeating the Ascension battle, you will be gaining a boss relic, and that relic will help you and the rest of the group with buffering you or giving you enhancements or anything like that. It will prepare you for that final battle. So here we are. During this final battle, it's important to fight as a group. The different weapon classes, they'll be doing what they do best. Now, along with that comes the different co-op power moves. Some of these power moves are purely attack, which comes in the form of the Bow of Hope and its volley of arrows. They could be defensive in form, where you get a bubble of protection, a bubble shield from the Sword of Justice. You have area of effect, slowing down enemies with the Staff of Sloth, or you have enhancing other powers with the Daggers of Greed, just making all the different power-ups even more effective. Everything works together as a team. Keep your eye out to take advantage of all those power-ups, and when your power-up is ready, trigger it so it helps the rest of the group. Now, equally as important as fighting together is completing the various tasks during the phases of the boss. Again, your first boss battle will be overwhelming and it will be confusing. Think of it like you are doing a raid in World of Warcraft or even Destiny 2. Now, luckily, there will be a high chance that you'll be paired with people who have fought in these battles before, or have even won the battles before. So just kind of follow their lead. However, learning the phases will really help you as well as helping the group. Remember, Virgil has information regarding the boss fights. Then, on one of your runs, you will defeat the boss and head back to the Dark Woods to reap your rewards. And you will then earn a key to access the harder maps. Wow, wow, wow. That is 33 Immortals. Look, I found 33 Immortals to be one of those games that I could just pop on, play a number of rounds, and hop off. I love playing games that have a focused goal, and that this game just checks that box. You know what I mean? I understand that the game is still in early access, and so far, honestly, I have had zero issues, zero bugs, knock on wood. I love how much it's easy to pick up and play. I love how it gives some challenge. It really hits that action-packed MMO raid itch. I love how fluid the characters move and how responsive they are. And once you learn the tells of the various enemies and the way how each weapon feels and moves, you'll start flowing like butter. I mean, that's how smooth it is. I also love the soundtrack, and the first time that you take on Lucifer and it's you and the rebels, it's truly epic, exciting, and hype. Even better is when you get that first win. It feels so good. All in all, again, this game, it's in early access. Look, I can't wait to see what content they're going to be bringing to this game, and I'll be sure that we dedicate a full stream to 33 Immortals for y'all to check out. In fact, there is a Twitch drop event for 33 Immortals going on right now, so I'm going to make sure I set up a stream, let y'all know. You come through, you watch for X amount of time, and gain whatever rewards come with that drop, so that you can go check it out. Again, 33 Immortals is available for the Epic Games Store. It's on PC and the Xbox app. It's Xbox Series X and S. It's on Game Pass. It's also cross-compatible. It's cross-platform with PC and Xbox. Alright folks, so that was my impression, review, thoughts, again, whatever you might take of it, of Thunder Lotus Games 33 Immortals. Hey, do me a favor, let me know in the comments section whether or not you've checked out 33 Immortals. Is this a game that you would want to check out? If you have checked it out, tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you expect, and everything like that, all that good stuff. Let's talk it up in the comments section below. Alright folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'm Sil3ntX of Confident Gamers. If you enjoyed this video, do us a favor by hitting the like button. Even better, if you want to support the channel, do us a favor by hitting the subscription button, and make sure you turn on your notification. Hit that bell so you know when a new video drops. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. So till next time, peace, love y'all, later.